There we go. Okay, this is Javier Calderon. Welcome to Token Take. I am interviewing the legendary person who actually sold the world's largest collections of number ones and NBA Top Shots. He chooses to keep his name anonymous, but he goes by Baller Basket. How's it going, Baller Basket?
It's going well. How about you?
Doing awesome. I'm glad to actually have you on this call
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
also having you here for in such short notice. So I want to know a little bit about you. What actually got you into NFTs?
What got me into NFTs was uh, a CNBC article back in 2017 about CryptoKitties, and I kind of just got into crypto at the time, so NFTs were kind of up the alley, but still new. But yeah, so I started playing CryptoKitties, understanding NFTs, and
You looking at a couple articles online?
yeah, so I saw an article about CryptoKitties, uh, and I was just getting into crypto at the time, so it piqued my interest, and then uh, I made a wallet, bought a CryptoKitty, played the game a little bit, got addicted to the game, and learned a lot more about NFTs and how to interact with smart contracts, and pretty much the rest is history. I just kept on playing the game and Uh, eventually it led to discovering NBA Top Shot and I got really lucky.
How was that process actually discovering NBA Top Shots? I know you told me like a little bit about it, but I'd like to know a little more.
So NBA Top Shot was created by the same team that CryptoKitties was, Dapper Labs. So, uh, when when NBA Top Shot was in its ideation phase, I got invited to help answer questions about how to shape their product basically. And yeah, so I was part of NBA Top Shot before it was the actual product.
And how
Yeah.
was the process of that actually like being on a platform from first started to even now?
Frustrating, awesome, and uh lucky.
Why
It was
why the frustrating? I'm curious about the frustrating part, then I'll ask about the lucky.
frustrating because a lot of when you're one of the first users, they haven't built everything yet. So when I first got into NBA Top Shot, there was no marketplace, there was no trading, there was no uh packs would sometimes get bought out by bots instantly, so a lot of people wouldn't even have a chance to buy any packs. Um, yeah, there was just a lot of kinks they needed to work out or problems they didn't know that would happen um, that happened, and then a lot of features that weren't built yet, but it was in the pipeline. So it's just
Okay.
frustrating as a user because if you open a pack and you can't trade it with anyone, it's kind of like uh it's a little frustrating if you want to complete a set because I had a ton of duplicates and I couldn't complete a set and other people were in the same situation. But it is what it is. It was still pretty cool.
Yeah, and how long did it actually take you to like get everything set up and started like for you to actually start trading more actively? I know you told me you dumped all your investments, but I kind of want to know like that crazy story too.
It took I mean it took them like months to set up the marketplace and it took them months to create a trading feature. Maybe a couple months and then um
But I'm saying for you, like the process, like I remember you telling me like you got most of the money you had or whatever you had left and then just use it to invest into NBA Top Shot.
oh yeah, because I was a student, so I wasn't like balling, but yeah, I used a lot of my liquid capital to invest in packs. Uh, I bought as many packs as I could. I just knew it was a good idea. It took a while too for it to really take off. Like I think it started in August, I believe, and the market didn't skyrocket until February. So, and all the early users, they weren't in the
It's like in
market for buying
2021, right? In 2021 or 2020?
2020.
Okay.
And then most of the users came in 2021.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like when I think when you invited me to it, like way back when, I remember that it was just like a whole avalanche of people going on, and I just see you just like you telling me about all this stuff as we're talking, and I just remember seeing all the madness happen too.
Yeah, like literally every second I was getting a sale and I couldn't list fast enough. It was pretty cool.
I remember that too. Like sometimes I come visit you, and then I just see doot, 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 think from what the sound from Top Shots.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah,
wild.
that alert bell never went off.
And then how did that actually happen for you to actually get all the number ones to be sold?
So,
Like how'd you like go about the process of collecting them and then eventually selling them out?
so I was as I was selling moments, I was also reinvesting a lot of the sale money back into the like buy up anything I thought was cheap. And it just happened that the number one moments I thought were pretty cheap relative to the cost of like a regular moment of the same type. And I just I was really active in the Discord channel. So people kind of knew me. They were like, "Oh my gosh, Baller Basket just bought another 12K moment. He just oh my god, he just dropped 30K on like I think the most I bought was a 50K moment." And they, it was just like it was all the hype. And then one day a bigger whale than me wanted the full collection because he was also collecting number ones. And we just I wasn't buying it to hold it forever. It was just really cool to own the largest number one at one point.
How did I even feel like for you to just talk to this whale and get like the whole stuff set up and done for you to actually sell them out?
Aside from life changing, it was it was really hard to describe because I've never been in a situation that dealt with that much money before. And like figuring out what was fair, what was obviously we looked at how much I spent and then how much it was worth to him and then how much I could make if I sold it at an auction because there was an auction house that reached out to me that wanted to sell the full collection too.
That's crazy. I didn't even know
That
about that part. I remember you telling me about the
yeah, it wasn't I didn't really tell anyone about it because it never went through.
gotcha. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
did you
It
feel that
was
day when you sold? Was it like an unbelievable experience, or just how did the whole day feel like when you actually got leaked all the money made from that undisclosed seller and buyer? I mean,
uh I mean it it was like it was breathtaking. It was really exciting. It was really uh honestly it meant so much because I was really honestly I was so broke at one point. I I posted in the Discord channel and said I irresponsibly put myself in debt. Can someone buy does someone want to buy my full cosmic collection at cost? And and then the CEO actually reached out to me, Roham, and he was like, "Hey, are you sure you wanted to sell this?" And he basically just uh put my mind at ease and was like, "Just have faith." And but yeah, it was life changing because I went from being basically broke to uh having seven figures in a wallet.
that's nuts. That's still crazy. I can't believe you actually were able to do that. And
Yeah,
even now,
yeah,
like, or if you even keeping that cash, like I noticed that you've been telling me also like you've been staking it, like looking into other NFT projects and doing like a lot of the crazy things. Like, how's that
yeah.
staking going for you as well?
Staking's really nice. I mean, you make 14% yield on crypto.com. You uh So, I'm pretty well, now I'm a little more less risky. So to me, even though staking and everything crypto risky, it seemed like the most stable option. And yeah, it's been really nice. It's every single week I get dropped my 14%, or I mean the fraction of the 14%, and I can choose what to do. It just goes straight into my wallet.
That's pretty impressive. I know when you were telling me about this, once you told me you're doing it, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go big and go home and just drop all my finances into crypto too. And did as you did. Pretty much turned it to USDC and then started staking it. Any kind of additional cash I had, anything else, I just invested quickly.
Yeah, I mean, like, why would you put your money in a bank making 0.05% interest when you can put your money? Actually, I guess that's not a direct comparison. It's more like a CD, but even a CD, you would get like 1 to 2%, which
Point
is,
zero one actually. Point zero one
yeah,
is the actual number. I actually have the statistics chart saved here on my computer.
yeah, CDs are pathetic compared to staking. So to me, I was like, well, why would I, you know, put my money in a CD or a bank account just sitting there getting nothing? Uh, versus 14% yield, which is actually a pretty decent amount. I think it's actually more than 14% because if I restake what I got, it's around like, I think 15 point something percent, which doubles basically every 5 years. So whatever amount you start with, you're doubling every 5 years, which is better than the real estate market, better than stocks, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was just the path. I mean, honestly, anyone can do it. Anyone can follow the same path. I definitely wouldn't recommend investing all their liquid cash, but invest what you're willing to lose. And a lot of projects honestly don't succeed. Uh, it's like when you buy into an NFT project, it's like buying into a IPO or IDO, or it's always a risk, but when they do succeed, they succeed really, really well. And you might just, as long as you do your research and have sound reasoning. Like my reasoning was the NBA was backing NBA Top Shot. So I was like, there's no way that this won't be extremely popular. I mean, there was only 100 of us at the beginning of it. So relative to how many fans there are in the NBA, it just made sense. But the opportunities like that don't come up all the time because there's no like huge brands that are releasing NFTs all the time. But uh they're definitely like monthly. But not all of them succeed too though. So there's always a risk.
Yeah, it really depends on the variable of the project and what they're really doing. And if there's a legit use case and what's backing the project too.
And the team. Definitely the team was like the main reason why I invested so much too. It's not just the NBA partnering with them. It's the team that was able to convince the NBA to partner with them.
That's true too. That's pretty impressive. And not only that, but Dapper Labs yeah, Dapper Labs, correct? They're the ones
Mhm.
that actually are created partnerships with not just NBA, but also NHL, La Liga, correct? And also UFC.
Yeah, and the NFL.
I think, yeah. I was looking into seeing if they're going to do what's called Major League Baseball. I think it's MBL, if I'm correct on the acronym.
I think NBL actually released NFTs back in 2017, and it didn't do super well.
Yeah, they need backing of Dapper Labs then.
They actually they pretty much copy pasted Dapper Labs smart contract for CryptoKitties.
Wow, that's crazy.
So a lot of code is just the same.
Well, that's easy. So if anybody tries to develop on it, it's not going to be that tough.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of frameworks to go off of and examples.
I think that's all I really got for you, Baller Basket. That is all I really got
Awesome.
for you.
Well, thanks for having me.
I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.